Adam Taxin talking with Daniel Greenfield about his Saturday, August 4th, 2012 column, which is called The Speed of Progressivism. Daniel Greenfield's columns can be found at sultankanish.blogspot.com. Daniel, thank you. First of all, let's talk about the speed of progressivism, a concept you're going to probably elaborate on during the course of this interview. But Chick-fil-A is still a somewhat hot topic, and maybe you can say how that fits in and what the speed of progressivism refers to and how it all ties in together.
Well, the speed of progressivism refers to this incredible ability that transcends time and space of the Democratic Party to say that our position last year was now the completely racist position, and we never held this position. It's a Republican position, and everybody holds it as racist. Now, Obama, of course, was officially an opponent of gay marriage. Now, being an opponent of gay marriage means that you're a huge, huge bigot who deserves to have gay people come in and make out with each other while reporters take pictures and have their franchises kicked out of major cities.
Now, there's something very Orwellian about your whole concept of the speed of progressivism. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, it's historical revisionism. Once the Democratic Party, under the influence of the liberals, adopts a position, that position retroactively travels back through time and eliminates the original position, overwrites it, and history has changed. Now, the Democratic Party has always supported gay marriage. It always supported civil rights. It always supported everything that it actually supports right now or will support in the future because it transcends time and space.
But you say there might be a limit to the extent at which it supports gay rights, because while gays may be more beloved to the left right now than blacks are, there's a group that may be even more beloved than gays.
Yeah. The top minority right now in the hit charts of the liberals are Muslims, and you can just see that by reading enough newspaper articles because they're the priority in every issue and in every case. And Muslims don't have a really great relationship with gay rights. They don't really have a great relationship with black people, and this is actually a very relevant situation. For example, in Scotland, the Scottish National Party threw in with Muslims, it threw in with Islamists, but when they started trying to pass gay marriage, suddenly the Muslims were saying, no, we don't want this at all. Jihad, yes. The gay marriage, no.
Yeah, and you can see that, I guess, in a place like Amsterdam today.
Well, it's certainly coming. Once leftist politicians ally with Muslims at some point down the road, the Muslims are going to say, no, we're not part of this agenda.
Can you explain a little bit more about the Democratic Party's history with black people, or at least progressives' history with black people, and how it's been an off-and-on sort of relationship, and how they revise history? Most people are shocked to find out that Republicans were the bigger supporters of civil rights, maybe even shocked given the ignorance that Lincoln was a Republican.
Well, the ignorance really is incredible because really, considering what I was doing, it's ridiculous that people did forget, but it's not really ridiculous. It's the effect of a barrage of propaganda shows really how they can erase the past, the very recent past. But certainly, if you look at the Democratic Party, it was basically an alliance between southern plantation owners and northern cotton exporters, and this was the alliance that was dependent because the slaves had to pick the cotton, and the northern businessmen had to process the cotton or turn it into garments and ship it out to Europe. This was a big chunk of the American economy. Now, the Democratic Party was really heavily based around this alliance. The Republican Party was based around different political alliances. One of the big ones, obviously, was the expansion to the West, which is why the theme free labor versus slave labor.
Any final thoughts about the general concept of the speed of progressivism? And will that speed continue to accelerate, actually?
Well, it seems like we're accelerating faster and faster until progressivism goes into a black hole making and vanishes completely from history, which would be...
Can you repeat that last part? Just it didn't come through that well on Skype.
Well, it seems like progressivism is accelerating and accelerating, transcending speed and time until it eventually falls into a black hole and vanishes from the universe entirely.
Okay. Daniel Greenfield, the column can be found at sultankanish.blogspot.com. It's called The Speed of Progressivism. Thanks as always for your brilliant insights.
Thanks for helping out.